The warrior cut. This is a hairstyle that I keep seeing all over the place and people keep talking about it. So I'm going to demonstrate and give you some tips on what you need to have in order to get a haircut like this. So basically, this is a really textured type of haircut. How do you get texture in your hair? Well, first things first is you have to make sure that you have the right hair length, the right texture itself, meaning this works best on, I would say, straight hair. Most likely, you'd probably want to have a thicker head of hair, but this is going to be best on straight hair. If you have wavy hair, what it's going to do, it's just going to create a bit of separation and maybe enhance some of the waves, but this style is intended to have a lot of movement and spikiness to it, okay? So my opinion is the hair length should be probably no more than 2 inches long throughout the top here. Now, when it comes to the sides and things like that, I don't suggest getting a super short, skin fade or anything like that. If anything, you can maybe get like a number 3 guard or a 4 guard. You can leave some length throughout here, but enough that you can style the hair and have it be seen visually, whatever you're doing into here. Like if you're going like this, you want to be able to see that pieciness and that texture. So you have to make sure your hair is long enough. Now, if your hair is too long, then the hair is just going to drop flat and it's not going to have that movement. This is where you can experiment because it has to be that perfect length, which again is around that inch, maybe inch and a half, and no longer than 2 inches. Like 2 inches is almost too long. So once you blow dry your hair, after you have your hair cut and you're ready to style it, I would say if you want to use my Tidal Wave Sea Salt Spray, you can as a pre-styler. You can use 25 spray if you want, but it really comes down to utilizing the right product when you're ready to style it, and that's why I'm suggesting my One Clay. Now, my One Clay is a 3-in-1 hair product to where it's a clay, kind of like a matte pomade and a hair cream, depending on how you mix it in your hands. The reason I'm choosing this is because it's going to allow me the flexibility to style it based on how I work it into my hands. And that's why this is such a unique product. So what I'm going to do is you just pop open the hood right there, and I'm going to take a finger scoop like so, and I'm going to work it into my hands. Now, again, if you have different layers, if you work it into your palm kind of lightly, that's going to be more of a waxier type of cream wax type of feeling, like a paste feeling. The next one is when you work it into your hands where you see like a light sheen or it's like there but barely there. That's where it's going to be more of a pomade because it's kind of taming the hair more. Then if you go to the final stage where you work it into your hands where you don't really see anything at all, it's going to be more of like almost like a traditional type of matte clay. What I want to do and what I suggest for these types of warrior cuts, because I do want to see that definition, that separation, and that pieciness, I'm going to work it into my hands to where I still see a good amount of the product like this, to where it's kind of like white on the hands. And now I'm going to go in and, okay, I got it worked in. And here is where I'm going to start to create the shape. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually lift from the root area. And by lifting and moving the hair around and creating a lot of shape and texture, this is what's going to allow the hair to have a lot of that pieciness, as you can see it through here. And let me just turn this head towards me because I can't see. All right, I'm missing the whole side of the head. There we go. So now I'm getting the product in everywhere. And then if you want to kind of start to make the little twists, what you want to do is you take a section and twist. Take a section and twist. And you're literally just creating little twists throughout the entire head on top like this. And this is where the product really comes in and does a great job of making it that separation. And that's why I like this a lot. And I launched this product because in the testing of this, I wanted something that, depending on how I worked it into my hands and the results, is really the kind of look I was going for. And that's where I was like, this is going to be a really unique product. And that's why I called it One Clay. It's basically like a 3-in-1. So as you can see here, we've created a lot of texture right? All this texture in through here, all by just twisting like this, twisting the shape and twisting little sections. And then, now it's got like a lot more pieciness to it, right? And this is a look that, again, it maybe not be for you, but if you are looking to create like a different type of shape, kind of like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, you can see it through here. It's got a whole bunch of texture, a whole lot of shape to it that I think looks really, really good. And there you go. And there's pieces right here. You can just kind of mold this and shape this. And the one thing about the one clay is that it does have a little bit of grip, a little bit of texture to it, and you're able to kind of remold it and restyle it. And then once it's done, then, you're good to go. So I think this is a great look. Let me know in the comments below if you do have this haircut, because it is somewhat of a popular trending haircut. I keep seeing a lot of people talking about it. And it's something that it does look cool if you have the right shape. And there's different variations of it, but the key to this is making sure that there is some texture on top here. It's not just one big clump of hair. You got to have all of this into here, and that's achieved, once again, mostly by having the right haircut, making sure the person, you can say, hey, can you please make sure you texturize my hair? I want a lot of texture and pieciness to it. You need to express that to the person cutting your hair, the hair professional, so they understand exactly what you're looking for. Because if you don't, then you're going to have, the hair is going to be too uniform, right? You can even do this yourself at home. I have a lot of videos on, texturizing hair and stuff like that. It is a more of an advanced technique, but there's a lot of point cutting and things you can do with thinning shears and all sorts of stuff that I've done in hundreds, if not thousands, of my videos that you can check out. If you want to purchase one clay, you could actually purchase it right here in the YouTube shop. Just right below, you'll see it. You can click it so you don't have to leave YouTube. Very, very convenient. And you can also go to shop.thesalonguy.com to get any of my hair tools and other products. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon.